as the sun sets. Yeah, it sounds like a soap opera, doesn't it? Hello, everybody! Welcome back to G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Looks like I'm gonna have to get out here and clean some solar panels. We've got quite a bit of dust that's been accumulating over the past couple of weeks. And, yep, time to get those cleaned off. So I can usually do it with I can do all my solar panels with about 3 gallons of water. So that's not too bad. But I'll get a lot better solar production with all of this dust off of the panels. So that's my my morning chores. The little puppies are getting braver and venturing a little further away from the homestead here, getting out and investigating all the stuff, running around like they own the place. When they used to try to run before, they would trip themselves up and do a face dive. Now they seem to be able to run pretty good. And they all have their tails up in the air, thinking they're the boss. Hey, what are you doing over there? You playing with the pups? Yeah? That shake of the head, all of the dogs I've ever had, when I ask them a question, if they want to say yeah, they always shake their heads just like that. Flap the ears and shake their head back and forth quickly. So I've come to know that as a dog's yes. That's what I'm doing. I got out here earlier and cleaned up all of the little hand grenades around, and looks like we got a few more out here. Boy, those little poopers are really... I don't understand how they poop 5 times as much as they eat, and still get little chubby like they are. You know, at least Cloudy Day is getting along with them now. She doesn't get angry at them anymore. So, all right, everybody, let's calm down. You're gonna go in your house there, Cloudy Day? You're gonna go in the house? Oh, good girl. Yeah. So the puppies want to go in there, but if they do, Cloudy Day gives them room and moves out. But Cloudy Day needs to have herself a little house like that to protect her from the cold, because she doesn't have long hair like these others. So anyway, I filled up all their waters. Started doing some cleanup around here. Had to go to town today, and I cashed in those batteries that I had from the motorhome, the old batteries. They were getting a little bit of a charge to them, but that was just for fun. I wasn't planning on keeping them. So they got recycled today, and I got $18, and I used the $18 to buy a bag of dog food. A bag of dog food was $16 and change for a 50-pounder, and tax on that. So it came out pretty close, but at least I got one more bag of dog food. Then I had a neighbor give me a bag of food that he's no longer feeding the chicken flavor to his dogs. He wants them all to have the same beef flavor instead of one dog getting this and another dog getting that. So he had an extra bag he donated to me, and I was kind of saddened when I opened the top of it, and there was some big clumps of moldy dog food sitting right there on the top. I contacted him. He said he only bought that 2 days ago. So I said, do you still have the receipt? I'll go down and exchange it. and didn't hear back from him. So I went out there and I wanted to dig out some of the clumps because I already threw some in the trash. I want to dig out some of the clumps to take a picture and show them what I've found in there. And as I was digging through the rest of the bag, I couldn't find any more clumps. It was just those few that were on the top and some small little pieces that were a little on the moldy side. So the rest of it all looks pretty good. It didn't look like it was really bad at all. So I told him, yeah, I can still use it. I just cleaned out the junk that was in there and threw that in the trash. And I think I'll still be able to use that. Yeah. So that's one of the things I did. Going to get out here and get all this stuff put away because I got to get up on that roof and get those sections, those cracks between the OSB. I got to get those sealed before the rains come. Although I did look on the weather apps, and I checked 3 different apps, and nothing for the next 15 days on any of them for rain. So I should be okay for a little while, but don't want to get caught at the last minute and say, oh man, I got to rush up there and get this. I'm going to take my time, get up there and do it right. So I'll probably use some of the water that's left over from when I clean the solar panels and go up there with a scrub brush and clean those seams down really nice so there's no dirt and dust on them. And then I can roll out some of that tar cement and get some tar paper down on there and then recoat the tops of it so it's soaked all the way through with that, and that should do it. Hopefully that'll do it. Oh, that's all I've got. I did want to mention one more thing, was I had a lot of responses to my tips about if you're going to move off grid to the desert. Don't be fooled thinking it's the desert. It doesn't get that cold out there. Trust me, it gets pretty darn cold out here. My friend Andy, when I first moved up here, and I had just gotten just this one shipping container, the first one delivered. And I decided, well, instead of sleeping in the van, it'd be roomier to sleep inside of there. So I built a wood-burning potbelly stove that's inside of there. I think I've shown you that in a few different videos. And it's all the way in the back end, dead center, on the metal plate area of where the shipping container is. And we set up our air mattresses, like the 14-inch thick ones. His was on this side, mine was on the other side. And we had the wood burner right in between the two of us. And it was starting to get chilly when we first got in there for the night. And we had it all set up, so I had a coffee pot in there all ready to go, and had my little propane stove ready to go. And we put extra blankets on the bed just to be safe. And we are glad that we did, because even with the extra blankets, it got pretty damn chilly in there. And then I heard in the morning, I heard this tink, 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 tink. And I'm going, what the heck is that? And it was still dark in there because there's no windows or anything. And I just had the door. We didn't have it latched because we couldn't latch it from the inside. So I just had a bungee cord holding it shut. And I could just see the daylight around the seam of it. But and I got up to go see what the heck was making that tink, tink, tink sound. And as I was walking towards the doorway, I felt this cold water dripping on me. I turned a light on and I looked up, and the ceiling had all these icicles hanging down from it. So from our breath, just the humidity from our breath was causing condensation on the ceiling in there, and it was freezing and dripping down, making icicles. So that's how cold it was in there. So trust me when I tell you, don't bet that you're going to be okay living in an RV or something like that without taking some extra precautions. You really need to do those extras. And you'll go through a 20-pound tank of propane with your propane heater in your RV in one night's time just trying to keep warm, because they are not efficiently, those things are not efficiently insulated, like I said. So the cold air is coming in as fast as you're making warm air inside. And it's like a never-ending battle to try to warm up the inside of that place. So I've been camping in that thing, and I lived in that thing for a few months before I actually got the cabin built. And when I built the cabin, I built it in sections. So I built the one small cabin first, the main cabin, and I had a kitchen and a living room and a bedroom all in one room, which was 10 by 12, 120 square feet. So it was cramped in there, but it was a lot warmer because I did a lot of insulating in there. And then as time went on, I added this front porch and the bedroom and the bathroom. Excuse me. So all of that stuff was kind of like modular. How you doing, little buddy? Yeah, wag that tail. You're happy, aren't you? You're a happy little dog. Yeah, cutest little things. But I'll see if I can get them adopted pretty soon, because they're almost the age where they can go off on their own. But as you can see, they still kind of rely on each other, and they still want mom and the others to protect them, but I think they're almost ready to go to a forever home. So that's all I've got for today, everybody. I just wanted to clear all of that stuff up. I want to thank you for joining me. This is G Bear, signing off.